Now returning to our top story on a major boost to the cooperative sector in our country, we have with us Anis Joseph Chandra, who is the Managing Director of NCCF, for the National Cooperative Consumers Federation of India. Thank you, ma'am. And Suchita Sharma is the Deputy Director in the Ministry of Cooperatives. Thank you very much, Ms. Sharma, for being with us. She's in the studio, and Ms. Chandra is joining us from on a video link. Ms. Chandra, let me start with you. To what extent does the cooperative sector help in actually building a strong rural economy?
Yeah, the cooperative sector has been actively assisting and supporting the farmers and trying to reach out to the farmers, the PACS, the self-help groups, etc., for better leverage of government welfare schemes. The world's biggest grain storage plan is a massive initiative which has been taken up by Government of India, and we at the NCCF, we are proud to be part of this big scheme. NBCC and NCCF are the construction partners for this huge scheme, and we being the Apex National Federation have got the backward and forward linkages for making this project viable.
Right.
That their producers are stored suitably, and that there is enough storage capacity in the country, so that there is, on the one hand, we achieve price stabilization for the consumers, and the other hand, we ensure that there is better remuneration for the farmers by way of avoiding wastage, which is happening in a major way nowadays because of lack of storage capacity.
Indeed.
And in other areas also.
Yeah, we'll continue the discussion. Ms. Sharma, how much of a leap forward do you think will computerization in 18,000 PACS across the country be, both in the technological space as well as in the ease of doing business?
I think computerization of PACS is a major step in the cooperative structure in the country. It brings with it a digital ecosystem in the entire short-term rural cooperative credit structure through the use of common accounting system and management information system. PACS would become more operationally efficient. It would lead to reduction in the cost of transactions, which would then percolate down to the farmers. It would enable farmers, therefore, to get loans at a faster pace and at a lower rate of interest, which in turn would improve their liquidity, and that is going to be a major game changer, I would say, in the short-term cooperative credit structure and the overall cooperative ecosystem in the country.
Ms. Chandra, a large number of women are involved in agriculture and dairy cooperatives. How effective has this been as a sign of, empowerment?
We have found that, in our interactions with the farmers and the FPOs and the PACS, while procuring agricultural food grains and pulses, etc., from the farmers, we have found that there are a lot of women who are engaged in agriculture and farming, who are not directly visible, but their contribution nonetheless is equal or even greater than their male counterparts in the family. These women, they spend their entire life in and around the farm. They make sure that the ecosystem is viable, and they give an active hand. We are happy to tell you that in our onion procurement, in our pulses procurement, we have found that there are a lot of FPOs, there are a lot of PACS which are headed by women who are coming forward and offering their produce to the government while procuring. For example, in the Nasik area where we procure onion, there are some societies which are exclusively run by women, whose members are women, whose board of directors comprise fully of women. We procure from them, and they are equal or better than anybody else. The producers are of good quality, and they are also, in the sense, fully integrated into the system. And this is a movement which is taking shape, and we are actively promoting them. I'm sure that in the future more and more women will come forward, and this
Yes.
will, help us
Right.
to move forward in a
Right.
better way.
Ms. Sharma, to what extent will the steps, that have been revealed today and even the vision lead to modernization of the agriculture sector in the long term?
Well, like I said before, computerization of PACS is a major step in this direction. The ministry is working tirelessly to achieve the vision of Sehkar se Samriddhi, which is prosperity through cooperation. Along with that, computerization of PACS assumes all the more significance in the wake of model bylaws that have been prepared by Government of India. And these bylaws have been adopted by almost all the states in the countries. They enable PACS to undertake more than 25 business activities, which would lead to diversification of their businesses and make them more financially sustainable and viable. Along with this, another major important project which was unveiled today was the world's largest grain storage plan in the
Yes.
cooperative sector. This plan entails creation of decentralized godowns at the level of PACS, along with other agri infrastructure through convergence of various Government of India schemes. And with the creation of decentralized storage capacity in the country, it would help the farmers store their produce at the panchayat level itself, and they'll be able to sell it at a time of their own choosing, and realize better prices for their produce. It would prevent distress sale of crops by
Okay.
farmers. And overall, these two important initiatives that were unveiled today are a major step forward in the development story of cooperatives in the country.
Ms. Chandra, most of the major brands in the cooperative sector are in dairy. I mean, that's according to the first-hand information that one sees all across them, all across us. But how important is branding for the other cooperative sector products, ma'am?
The cooperative movement has always been there. Now we have become conscious that we need to promote ourselves as a brand. So that exercise is going on. For example, NCCF is in the consumer. We are the Apex Federation for Consumer Products. So we are into retailing, and we are also promoters of organic agri products. And therefore, we are trying to create our own brand in addition to what we do whenever the government asks us to intervene in the market for price stabilization by procurement of essential commodities and for distribution to the consumers. So in addition
Yes.
to that, there is the Bharat brand, which we are actively promoting. And Bharat Dal is now the most valuable brand for chana dal in the country. In a short span of just 3-4 months, it has captured the imagination of the consumers, and we are proud to say that the quality is as good or better than any other brand which is there for years. So this has been possible only because of the active participation of
Right.
of the cooperative segment, right from the grassroots level up till the apex level.
Indeed.
Bharat Rice, in the same way, it was launched just a few weeks back, and you would find that the quality is as good or better than any other rice which is available. So we find that by collective operation, by networking properly and coordinating our strengths, we are
Yes.
able to get into a market which is mostly corporate driven, and and reach out to the consumers,
and be
give fair
competitive in it.
price,
Yes.
and at the same time ensure quality.
Right. A final question to you, Ms. Sharma. Are cooperatives leading to inclusive wealth generation?
Definitely. I mean, cooperatives provide people not just with the community driven livelihood option, but they also provide a social safety net to them. And more than 29 crore people in the country are directly associated with the cooperatives. And more than 13 crore of them are directly associated with primary agricultural credit societies, which are the lowest tier of the rural cooperative credit structure in the country. And with a host of new initiatives taken by the Government of India for strengthening of the cooperative sector in the country, for example, PACS have now been enabled to undertake multiple economic activities, including they are, operating Pradhan Mantri Jan Aushadhi Kendras, Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samriddhi Kendras.
Yes.
They're operating petrol pumps, diesel pumps, LPG distributorships. So with host of these new initiatives that are being taken to strengthen the entire cooperative ecosystem in the country, it definitely percolates down to the last mile and
Yes.
strengthens, and it's a great medium to take our schemes to up to the last mile, up to the last person in the country.
We leave it there. Thank you very much, Ms. Sucheta Sharma and Ms. Anis Joseph Chandra. Thank you for your insights, helping us to understand the size and scale of the cooperative sector.